Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors, including real fishing and hunting situations involving wildlife. We do our best each week to bring you tasteful content, but viewer discretion is advised. Now, enjoy the show.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
On the show this week, we give you a preview of the Milton Outdoor Expo and Dinner. We'll make our way to Hebron for an annual youth rabbit hunt. Scorchy Taws takes us to Atlantic, Virginia to meet a woman and her goats. And we'll look back at the 40th annual Seaside Boat Show in Ocean City. Outdoors Delmarva starts right now.
Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show dedicated to a commitment of conservation and to the community that makes Delmarva's outdoors such a hidden gem here in the Mid-Atlantic. My name is Jason Lee, here to let you know that spring is right around the corner. And I'm so excited that I can already feel my eyes itch.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here's Jason Lee.
We are meeting some wonderful people doing some great things here on Delmarva, and we'd like to introduce you to a few of them right now.
John and Beth Miltoner love the outdoors and those in their Milton area community. And after years of attending outdoor expos across the area, they thought it was time to host their own on Saturday, March 25th at Eagle's Nest Church in Milton. But their expo comes with a special Sussex County twist.
Well, we've been to a few, and I think the major difference is we're having a speaker and a dinner attached to it. It's not just a show and tell of exhibitors' wares or services. And it's a Sussex County chicken and dumpling, and touted as a crowd pleaser here.
Chicken and dumplings is enough to get me out of the house, but my attention turned to intrigue when John told me who was speaking at the event.
Steve Schuster, who worked for W.L. Gore for 30-odd years and was involved with the introducing Gore-Tex into the fishing and hunting community, and he's going to be speaking. And the title of his talk is From Success to Significance. There's going to be silent auctions. We're going to have a lot of door prizes, and hopefully we have a really close-knit community that we're involved with, and we hope that our love for the community and for the whole area will just come out in this.
It was a real treat when Steve Schuster agreed to come talk with us, and I was anxious to learn more about him from his own words.
So I worked at Gore and Sitka. I actually just retired after 39 years. Part of my role at Gore was to develop and start the hunting and fishing business. So in doing that, as a core user, I said I had the ultimate job in the world, that I had a chance to build a market, build a business, and something I loved. I loved the outdoors, which came from my grandfather, who grew up in Pittsburgh, worked in the steel mill, and passed it on to my father, who passed it on to me. So one of my passions is anything in the outdoors. That's me.
And Steve gave us a little preview of what he's planning on speaking about at the Expo.
I'm going to talk about the importance of moving from success to significance. And unfortunately in my career, most of it was about me and success. And what I want to try to give those tips to those folks that are going to participate is this idea that if it's significant, it's about actually how you reach out and help others and impact the community. And less about me and more about how I can use my talents to help others. And I believe we can affect one life at a time by just jumping in with both feet.
Sadly, we don't have enough time to bring you our entire conversation with Steve, so I encourage you to purchase your tickets now, because you won't want to miss an awesome message from a true outdoorsman. Make sure you check out Eagle's Nest Church on Facebook to purchase your tickets and to get more information. Still to come, we'll meet a 4-H trailblazer for Accomack County in Scorchy's Corner. But up next, we head to Hebron for an annual youth rabbit hunt. Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. We'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva. Now, when it comes to the survival of, well, anything, especially hunting and fishing, it's always the next generation that's the most important.
I started rabbit hunting with an older cousin of mine who had dogs when I was growing up.
And I started with my grandfather.
Every year, February was that time of the year when hunting got good, landowners would let us come on. I'd get 6 or 8 kids that come in the shop. Hey, Monday you're out of school, let's go rabbit hunting. And it just grew year after year.
I've known Tim from the sporting goods shop in dealings, and we just talked back and forth hunting all year long. And when it came to rabbits, I told him, I said, I've got plenty of rabbits. Why don't you come up and hunt at the house? And the President's Day thing came about. He asked me, would it be okay if we set up there for President's Day? Sure, no problem. And it began.
Anywhere from 8 to 10 kids on a trip. I think we've had as high as 12 here at one time. We try to make sure we have an adult to supervise each kid on the ground to make sure they know it's a learning experience, exactly. Like most of them have never done it, so they need that chaperone around to let them know when they can aim the gun at the target. And most of the time there's a pack of hounds on the ground, anywhere from 6 to 8. So we have to make sure none of the dogs are getting wounded or shot at or nothing like that. We got to make sure that the target is fair game and stuff like that. So we make sure that there's an adult for every kid that's got a gun in their hand that day.
Gotta make sure everybody has orange.
Oh yeah.
Make sure line of sight, is clear. Like I said, chaperones with every kid. The kids get bored easily. So rabbit hunting, if you've got rabbits, you're not going to be bored.
Oh yeah.
Because it is constantly active. The dogs are barking and howling, and you're constantly moving to keep up with the dogs, and the rabbits backtracking, and you're moving back and forth.
Right.
So the kids are active. So
way different from deer hunting.
They stay into it. And if you have the rabbits, they're going to get the shots. They may not get the rabbits, but they will get the shots.
Yeah. I don't know that we've had a hunt here where every kid hasn't fired their gun.
Oh yeah.
I have a couple good friends that look forward to helping me with that. There's normally a solid group of guys that are willing to come help with that day. And we had the one kid this year, he said, hey, now that I'm 16, can I come back and help, you guide the rest of the kids and stuff like that? And I said, Sure, man, just stay in touch.
That's my son's same thing.
They've
grown out of. We try to keep it. The youth is 16 and under.
Right.
So most of the time the kids are 10, 12 in that range. Or a lot younger. Just depends on how mature they are.
Doesn't
cost anything.
Don't charge anything.
No.
Never charge anybody anything to do this.
And then there will be donuts and coffee available.
Yeah, Dewey's always got refreshments out there for us all. Yeah. No, there's never been a cost or charge or anything like that.
No.
I just enjoy sharing the sport with the younger generations that if I didn't, I don't know if someone would ever see it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Have to introduce them. They don't know. A lot of kids don't know about rabbit hunting.
I've had adults this year on hunts. I've never done it, never killed a rabbit, never shot a rabbit, never hunted over hounds. I'm like, well, let's change it.
Get outdoors, Delmarva!
Now, as important as the next generation is, the responsibility of passing on traditions rests completely on our shoulders. It's up to all of us to ensure that our respective ways of life continue for generations to come. Still ahead, we'll take a look back at the 40th annual Seaside Boat Show. But up next, we'll head back to Scorchy's Corner to learn a thing or two about goats in Accomack County, Virginia. Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. We'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva. Now, the acronym GOAT, or greatest of all time, is thrown around a lot these days. But here on the show, when we talk about the GOAT, we're talking about Scorchy Taws. And we are not kidding around.
honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Taws. Thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
There are the daddies, the mamas, and then there's the kids. And as is usual in most forms of life, the kids are always the cutest. Our wanderings carried us to Bay Cliff Farm in Atlantic, Virginia, where you can find out all you never knew about goats, and then some.
Well, once you're around goats, you just can't help but see how fascinating they are.
Well, what fascinates you most about them?
Their lovability, their curiosity. I don't know, I just can't explain it. You're just around them, you just...
How about their intelligence?
Oh, they're super intelligent.
Barb Clifford, a devoted 4-H club worker, needs no prodding to talk about goats. She loves them, and she is quick to destroy many misconceptions the unknowing have about this intriguing animal. For example, they're not nannies and billies. They're bucks and does, and they're not smelly old brush goats.
They are purebred goats. Now, the ones with the long ears are the Nubians. The ones with the short ears are the Alpines.
And each with its own pedigree tattooed on the inner ear. Barbara Clifford's herd of 50 does are milked twice each day, and the milk fed to the kids. And like all kids, when their tummies are full, their eyes get heavy. We learned much about goats this day. Their curiosity aside, it was their intelligence that impressed us most, even to knowing their names.
In the big barn, every one comes by its name. You call them and they come in the milking order. Now, come on.
Not only that, they will speak when spoken to.
Guinevere, what's wrong? What? What do you want?
And with no prodding at all, will smile for the camera. Scorchy Taws, one on our Delmarva land, for WBOC News.
Remembering Scorchy Taws is presented by Shorts Marine, online at shortsmarine.com.
Did you know beagles have over 220 million scent receptors, which is over 40 times more than humans and almost double of most non-hunting dogs? Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva. Now around here, we are all about that boat life 365 days a year. But there are 3 days each year that really put the wind in our sails.
The Roland E. Powell Convention Center is home to the Seaside Boat Show, and the excitement was higher than ever as 2023 marks the 40th year for the 3-day event. With the boat show taking up nearly every square inch of the convention center, it can be tough to make your way to every vendor, but we did stop by to see Eric Fiore and our friends at Bayside Jet Drive.
Thanks for having us, and we're still running into inventory issues as we have through the COVID years. We're slowly starting to increase out of it, and we do have some inventory. We do have machines that you could actually pick up here today, so that's wonderful. It's great with the industry, and we're really starting to see this production levels come back up so it can meet the large demand of the consumers.
Would you say that demand is actually growing each and every year?
That demand has been growing exponentially over, especially through the COVID years. The demand has been incredible, and we want to get as many people as we can out on the water and get these machines ready when it's actually warm, not next winter.
Making friends is another part of the boat show experience, and running into friends like CL Marshall from Tangier Sound Charters is always a bonus.
We're real excited, man. This is one of the best boat shows that we have on Delmarva right now. We're looking forward to coming to your event up in Harrington. But yeah, right now here at the boat show, we're doing a couple things. Number one, I'm introducing our new book, Chesapeake Bay Adventures, which is a collection of short stories, Jason, about all the things that are cool about Outdoors Delmarva. Great fishing stories in it, some great hunting stories in it. They're short stories so that folks who may not read a whole lot, they're perfect for them, a couple thousand words. But the cool thing about this one is when you read it, it puts you into the action. It puts you on the boat catching the big red drum. It puts you in the blind with Hudson.
Well, I appreciate the copy, and I can't wait to get into it. And when you said it's for people who don't really care for long reads,
yes.
Hey, that's me right here.
You're a video guy.
I'm a video guy. I'm lucky I even know how to read. But thank you for this. And look, we've got some adventures together coming up this summer.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're going to do that. So, you know, there's something for everybody here at the boat show. It's not just the watercraft, it's also the stories that go on the water.
It is. You know, there's boats here, there's the DNRs here if you've got any questions for them, the Coast Guard's here, which is a great time to ask about where you can get your Coast Guard inspection, which they do for free all across Delmarva. I know as a charter captain with Tangier Seine Charters, it's something that I want to make sure that I am always up on the current Coast Guard regs. There's fishing equipment here. Man, look, if you're an outdoorsman on Delmarva, you need to come see us this weekend.
That's right. That's right. And if you can't get down here this weekend, or in the case where this airs and it's already behind us,
right,
they need to get up with you how?
You can find me on Facebook at Chesapeake Bay Books, or at CL Marshall, or at Tangier Seine Charters, or any things that we do there. You can call Jason; he can point you to me. You can get up with me any number of ways. I'll be at, like I say, I'll be at your show up in Harrington. We're looking forward to that, and a lot of other shows upcoming. So if you can't find me at the shows, you can find me on social media. And man, thanks for all you do.
Yeah, man. CL Marshall with Tangier Sound Charters.
The Seaside Boat Show has something for everyone, with boats of all shapes, sizes, and colors. And even if you're not in the market for a boat, your ticket price benefits the Ocean City Berlin Optimist Club, which uses the money for scholarship programs for area students. To learn more, go online to ocberlinoptimistclub.org.
I can almost feel the spray of the sea and the wind on my face. I just need a really big hat and a bottle of rum, and I'll be all set. Coming up after the break, we'll wrap up the show with your latest viewer photos, and we'll give you some information about the Outdoors Delmarva Expo coming your way next month in Harrington. Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. We'll be right back.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Welcome back to Outdoors Delmarva. It's time to flip through the photo album and take a look at your latest pictures, thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
We were happy to see some snowfall pictures come our way from last Saturday, like this one from Jessica Passwaters from Royal Oak, Maryland. Each snowflake truly is unique. 8-year-old Trent Polson stands with his hunting buddy Tank, who proudly displays the harvest from their youth waterfowl hunt in Girdle Tree, Maryland. Carol Webster sent in this photo of a bald eagle that paid her and her husband Alan a visit at their home in Marion. Newcomer to the show, Sally Kirchhoff, sent in a couple of great pictures she took at Bombay Hook Natural Wildlife Preserve. Michael Eager sent us a couple of wonderful pictures, this one of some snow geese against a lunar backdrop, and this eastern screech owl who is preparing for his evening hunt. If you follow Ken Fullerton on Facebook, then this photo of a tree swallow and a great horned owl from Blackwater Wildlife Refuge should be familiar to you. And Amanda Sparacino of Snow Hill sent in this video of 3-year-old Liam enjoying last weekend's snowfall.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
Well, that's going to do it for us this week. Keep sending in your photos or videos by emailing outdoors@wboc.com. Now, if you've been trying to find us on the internet, but you're looking for one simple, single location with all of our web links, now's the time to grab your phone, open up your camera, and point it at your screen. This QR code will give you all of our web links right there at your fingertips. The Outdoors Delmarva Expo is coming to the Delaware State Fairgrounds in Harrington on Saturday, April 22nd. It is free to attend, and we'd love to see you there. If you have a business on Delmarva that specializes in anything outdoors and you'd like to participate in the Expo, send us an email and we'll get you all the information. Until we see each other again, my name is Jason Lee, but my buddy wants to remind you to
get outdoors, Delmarva.
You've been watching Outdoors Delmarva, which is presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And sponsored by Shorts Marine. everything but the water.